Hey everybody, welcome to this week's BeamStream. I am Jeff and I'm reporting live from outside. The birds are chirping, it's a little chilly, but I'm feeling pretty good. On this week's BeamStream, first of all, Sarah is going to be coming at you with this week's big question, which is going to be to imagine a moment of victory in your future. Then, Abib with the Project Peak, he's going to explain how to make your very own future reality goggles. You heard that right. And then after that, I'm going to be back with you to tell you what to bring to this week's Team Zoom. So I'll see you then. Enjoy.
Big question!
Oh, hello, and welcome to Big Question. Oh, these are my future reality goggles made by Oculus. Oculus Thrift, like Oculus Rift. Get it? That's pretty good. Anyway, this week we're asking you to imagine a moment of victory in your future. Before we get any further into the big question, grab a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper, because the result of the big question segment that you're watching right now will be a drawing that you use to create your own future reality headset goggles. These are mine. This is a cardboard version. Abib is going to show you how to make a paper version in the next segment, so stay tuned. You can see my future scene in here. Hee hee. So, what is a moment of victory? It can be anything happening in your future that would make you feel really good, like you've achieved something you really wanted. This could be something you imagine happening tomorrow, or 40 years from now, or somewhere in between. Remember, your future self may be accomplishing something that you don't even know how to do yet. This moment of victory could be personal, career, artistic, travel, changing the world, totally up to you. I found it really helpful to brainstorm ideas while talking to a friend or family member, and then you can ask them what their moment of victory might be too. Grab a pen or pencil right now and write down some possible moments of victory. These could be a place you really want to visit in the world, could be a skill you really want to learn, could be a person you really want to meet, someone who's going to change your life. It could be a change that you really want to spark in the world. Whatever occurs to you while you're thinking about it, write down those ideas. After you write down some ideas, pick out one of them on your list that you think would be fun to imagine all of the details of this scene. Try to envision the very moment of that achievement happening, and what are the things that are around you? Who are the people that are in the scene? Where are you? What do the things look like around you? Try to think about how you could illustrate this moment of victory on paper. Some examples of really specific moments might be the moment you're getting off of an airplane in a beautiful location, or the moment you're learning the new thing for the first time, or you're winning your first award for something fantastic you did, or meeting this person who's going to change your life, stepping into a new house with your family, getting a law passed if you're a politician. Maybe you're at a book signing for a hit book. Or what else? Scoring the winning goal at a soccer game, perhaps? But a moment of victory can be hard to imagine and definitely hard to draw without knowing what everything looks like. You might have to use the internet. Use the internet to do a little bit of research about your moment of victory. You can use these images to help you draw or even trace the details of this scene. For instance, if you're stepping off of an airplane, you might want to look up pictures of the country you're arriving in, or even airplanes. Or if you're working an incredible job, what are the tools that you're using? What do they look like? What does this workplace look like that you're in? If you're winning an award, you could also look up what the award looks like too. A couple drawing tips before I go. I definitely recommend that you do a quick sketch before you start your final drawings. just so you can get the ideas going. You might remember something that you want to Google that you need to reference to draw, and sketches are just really helpful no matter what. Also recommend that you keep your drawings kind of on the small side, since this is a miniature scene that you're going to install in your future goggles. A cool thing also about these drawings is you don't need to do it all perfectly on one sheet of paper, because you can just do the drawings as you need them since they're all cut out. So no need to do it perfect, you can just do a collage. So by the end of this process, you should have a drawing, sort of like this one, of your future self in a moment of victory that is all ready to get cut out and glued into your future goggles. I'd also say it's really helpful to have some collage elements. You can see in the background of mine, I used a magazine cover that had some people already on it, and I got some wood grain paper that I had lying around to cut out from my table. Alright, I'm gonna pass it to a bee. See you guys later.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Project Peak.
Hey everyone, welcome to another BeamStream session. My name is Abib. Again, for those who know me and for those who don't, my name is Abib. I'm a project designer. So, today I'll be showing you how to make your FR goggles. What is FR? FR stands for Future Reality Goggles, right? I'll show you an example. Boom. They're like, is this a purse? No, it's not a purse. It's a future reality goggles. So now, let me so see if I get it closer. You can kind of barely see what's happening inside, unless that I turn on the lights. Oh, boom! Now you see it's a soccer player who's trying to shoot it to score a goal. Now you see the keeper kind of diving to save the ball from entering the goal. So yeah. So you know, I built the box and I created a little scene inside the box. Alright. So you can see I created nice straps for me to put it on my head. It's very simple. See, I can make it straps. I create a little hook right here where I can make it longer or shorter depending on my head size. So yeah, it's very boom, there we go. Now it's on my head. The future reality goggles. Alright. What we need today, I'll use scissors, right? Ruler. This is a hard paper. It has the same density as a cover book. You can use book covers, you can use cardboard, you can use cereal boxes, you know, tape, right? Tape, pencil, and cellophane. All right, so I'm gonna need my pencil and my ruler and the paper. All right, so I wanna count 3 inches from both edges of the paper. So 3 inches from here to the middle and 3 inches from here to here. So I'm kind of like building a box. All right, so let me trace 3 inches from the edge toward the middle. Boom. All right, so now I'll do the same thing on this side. 3 inches from the edge to the middle. All right, so now that I did those 2 dots, as you can see, I'm going to make a line. All right, so now what I'm doing, I'm building a rectangular shape. Okay, so now I'm gonna be bending it. All right, so see what I'm doing. I'm using my ruler as a lever to kind of bend the sides very nicely. All right, I place it right just where the line is, so that way if I try to bend it, it's gonna be easier. It's easier for you to okay. Now, here's what I have. So now that we did this, I'm gonna use that as a to trace out the front part. That's for the eyes. That's where you'll be able to see the little window for your, you know. So now let's see, we can trace it out. Boom. All right, 1, 2, and 1 on this side. 3. All right. So now that I did that, you know, it's best to outline it using the base as a frame to do that. And next, just okay. So now, boom, boom, boom. I'm retracing it over so that way I can use it as a reference point to work from there. All right. So I'll show you the next tricky part when you do this. All right, just bear with me. Okay. So now that I trace this, right, I'm gonna go ahead again and cut out this front part. As you can see, right in the middle, that's the outline of the rectangular box. And then I kind of left a little space, right? Half-inch space on the outside of the rectangular. Why? I'm gonna get there in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that as an outline again. So I need 2, right? So I'm gonna trace it down on a sheet of paper. Now I'll go ahead and cut it. So now for the front part, right? This is the first one that I did. So I'll go ahead. So here's what I did, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these little squares of all 4 inches. So now that you got here, all right, you're gonna use that to trace it out of this, all right? So we're gonna do the same thing. All right. So now you can see I don't have to draw that rectangular shape. All I have to do is just boom, 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 and then got it, all right? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so now, did I show you the trick using the ruler as a support? So now I'm gonna create another version of a box, right? You see now what I'm doing, I'm bending the sides to create like a little box. So I'll do the same thing on all 4 different sides, all right? Now what I'm going to do is where the tricky part comes. So now it goes right inside. Boom, just like that. You see it? So all I have to do now is tape it. Boom. Easy, right? Tape it. So use tape, right? Could be a piece of tape. Doesn't have to be. So pull a little bit here, just like that. And boom. You can use tape or you can use hot glue gun. It's up to you, right? Whatever makes it easier for you to build your box, you could use that. Now, I take the back side, right? This is the back side. Now, something's missing. It's missing a seam, right? I'm not gonna put the front side yet. It's missing a seam, right? But before I get to that part where to put the seam inside here, let me show you this part of how to create the glasses, right? That's gonna go in the front for you to actually see them. So from here, you're gonna split it in half again. So here, the next thing, what you have to do is tracing your ruler right in the middle, right? And then you're gonna trace on each side of the ruler. One here, so 2 lines, right? Right in the middle. All right, it's nicely placed in the middle. I'm doing a line on each side. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So here you have it. Right, you have your nice line placed in the middle. So now the next thing to do is to actually do another ½ inch from here to here, from here to here, and from the, so let me just do that and show you what I mean by ½ inch, right? So now this is what I meant. So see that little rectangular inside. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut out this shape, the one in the middle. So what I'm going to do, use my scissor again, right? You wanna make sure your scissor is like that. Make sure that there's something under, so you don't damage the table. So you use that, right? And you use the tip. So it's good to add pressure, very good, so that way, you don't waste time. Try to come back again. Add a little bit of pressure. And the last one. All right, so now, boom, look at that. So here's what I meant by leaving a little space, because you're going to kind of like, all right, so now I'm doing the same thing for the other side. Okay, check this out. Look what we got. Awesome. So now, as I mentioned earlier, right, I'm gonna go ahead again and bend, using your ruler to bend those 4 edges. I'm not gonna bend this side. Why? I'll show you that in a minute. So when I'm placing my goggles right in the front, so now you see what's happening now. So you can see what's happening. It's like a little window, 2 windows for your eyes to see what's happening inside the box. All right. So I'm gonna use my tape again. Tape it. So now that I taped the outside, I want to go ahead and tape the inside, right? So that way it's going to be nicely shaped and stable. All right. So once I do this, right? Now it's time to add the cellophane. I know each one of you have different colors of cellophane. You can use whatever colors for both sides. So now what I'm going to do next is to tape the cellophane over here. Not in the front, but we're gonna tape it on the inside, all right? I'm going to tape it on the inside. So I place it over, and then I cut whatever excessive that I don't need. So it's too big, so now I'm cutting it out. Boom, Where's my tape? Nicely taped. It's not moving. This is what we're doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So now that I got to this point, I gotta make the straps, right? The one that would go all around your head, right? So again, you can use the measurements of your ruler. So I'm gonna place the ruler all towards the edge, right? Over here. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting out the shape of the ruler out of this paper. So I think I'm gonna need two. So, right. So what I did, I'm cutting out the shape of the ruler out of this paper, right? See, I got those two straps. I'm gonna go ahead and tape it again. Now, let's see what happened. Oh, it's good, right? Really good. So, you're gonna use one side of the strap, place it over here, right? You're gonna place it on the inside, right? One strap over here, right? On the inside. Boom. Want to double the tape? You know, it's good to double it. You never know. Now, we're going to take this side to the box. Boom, right here. How I attached flap to this side. But the reason why I said not to glue or tape one side to leave it open, right? Now I'm gonna cut out a smaller piece, right? That I'm going to tape on the same side, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and close the front side. Closing it because now that I built the other side, I can just go ahead and move on to the next step. Just very simple. Alright, so now you can see it's nicely closed. Alright. Now I'm gonna take this side over here. Now, here's the tricky part, right? Remember, I showed you how this goes in here, so that way you can make it longer or shorter based on the size of your head. Yeah. You can kind of make sure that you have another piece that's a little longer. So next, what you're going to do is place it right here, right? Place it over here. You bend it. Make sure that, so you bend one side, right? See, I bend one side over here. So now what I'm going to do, I'll use this other part, place it inside and make sure that it's not, so when I bend it again, it won't be smaller. So now that I have this, you can see it's going in and out easily, right? So now what I'll do is take this part. So now, check this out. Boom. It's going in, right? So now that I'm done, building this part, the next thing is to create a scene, right? Imagine a moment of victory that, let's see, take an example. Before I became an artist, this is a cool painting that I did that's right behind me. Before I became an artist, I wanted to play soccer. I wanted to become engineer. I wanted to do many things, right? So something simple that I want to do in the future is go to the beach. Not this beach, but go to Tulum. It's a nice place in Mexico. It's called Tulum. I want to go there. So I'm kind of like imagining myself going inside the airport, stepping on the plane, buying a ticket, stepping on the plane, and boom, straight to Mexico. After this pandemic is all over. So, what I'm picturing this whole scene, the two things that to my head is an airplane and me going inside the airplane, right? So, you could, just gonna draw an airplane out. Go to Google an image, or if to kind of like create to whatever scene that you have in head. So now what I'm going to do is I drew my airplane, right? I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Boom. See the shape of an airplane. So now I'm gonna draw the windows. Check this out. This is my little airplane. So now, boom, right? Oh, it's too big. Let's make it smaller. A mini airplane version. So now I can go inside. Boom. How is it going to go inside, right? Good. Alright, I need stairs. So the next thing is the stairs because the airplane is gonna be suspended like that. Stairs, right? Imagining myself me going up. So I'm gonna make the stairs and attach it to the airplane. Right. Look what I did. Little stairs. I'm going to attach to my airplane to kind of make it look like, I'm going up the stairs. After I bought my ticket to Tulum, going up the stairs. Oh, man, this is genius. This is genius. You can do it. I know you guys are the best. Okay. So now that I did that, where's my tape? Get my tape. I'm gonna take the stairs first, over here, down to the airplane. You see what I did? I attached the stairs, right? Inside. So now, the next thing I'm going to attach my airplane. Check this out. Oh, look at that. You can see it inside, right? Oh, let me take this out. So now that I create, this is an example to show you what you can do inside the box. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, you have a cool idea on what to do next. See ya.
What to bring?
So, for this week's Team Zoom, here's what to bring. You are going to want to bring a description of your personal moment of victory. You're going to want to finish as much of your future reality goggles, your FR goggles, as you can, and bring what you have. And you're going to want to bring your kit and your tools, and yourself, and your brain, and your sense of humor, and your face. Okay, see everybody there. Have fun, enjoy making the project, and imagining your moment of victory. Have a great week.